Hi, ladies. Welcome to day 3 of our 5-day challenge on learning strategies to really master your wealth mindset. And I'm just so excited for how the week is going. And we set our intentions day 1. We started to let go yesterday of those things that aren't serving our financial milestones. And today is about getting in the game. And so you might be asking, what is the game? What are the rules of the game? And I'm going to go through that today. And again, give you some really practical things that you can use to move forward in your money mindset. So just get started. No matter how small the step, no matter the pace that you go, just begin moving towards the goals that you want to go, and you will get there. And find ways that will keep you in the game and anticipate what it is that may take you out of the game and identify how you can stay where you are. So you know the areas that can tend to be a challenge for you as you're pursuing something. And so anticipate those and find ways to deal with that so that you can stay in the game. So let's talk about the game of financial independence, the game of just the wealth mindset. And I'm going to go over 7 rules today, and I'll put these in the comments as well. So hi, Christy. Hi, Susan. So rule number 1 is, are you playing not to lose? And what that means is, are you playing it safe so that you are not going to lose anything at all? Are you getting yourself so wrapped up in a cocoon of comfort that you are not willing to step outside of it? So rule number 1 is play to win. And certainly it will be, there will be times when things don't go according to plan, and there might be some loss involved in there, but play to win in the game. Rule number 2 is jump in ready or not. I talked yesterday about men typically will make decisions with 50% or less information before they go forward, and women want a lot more than that before we typically will decide to go forward. So be willing to jump in ready or not. Do something, do anything. Taking action really will improve your confidence. And I wish I could say it was something else we could do ahead of time before we took any action to really improve our confidence. But I've seen in my own business that every time I take a step forward, especially into an area that's uncomfortable or unknown, I get more information, and that information really helps improve my confidence. So as my husband likes to say, shoot for the moon. And that is, that's kind of an old quote, shoot for the moon. And even if you miss that, you're going to be among the stars. So you're not expected to know it all as well. And just realize that up to this point in your life, you have handled every single thing that you've dealt with. And we can always judge whether we feel like we've done it well or not. But just know that going forward, no matter what it is, that you will be able to handle it. So rule number 2, jump in and ready or not. So rule number 3 is keep on trucking. Do the work whether you feel like it or not. If you need to get support in some area, whether that's an accountability buddy or a coach or somebody to help keep you on track, do what you need to do to stay in the game. And also love what you do. It's going to sustain you. And so yesterday we talked about letting go. So are there some things that are in your comfort zone that you need to let go of in order that you will be able to take on some new things? So rule number 4 is grab opportunities. So paying attention to what's coming to you. If you decide that you are willing and open to things that are going to come to you, you will start to notice that there are more opportunities that come to you. And be willing to jump on those and do it. Don't think about it, just do it. Take the action and be bold. And so a question for you. I want you to think about right now Do you have an opportunity in front of you? Is there something that's come before you and you have an opportunity right now that you could take advantage of? So I want you to think about that, especially as I'm kind of getting ahead of myself and jumping into tomorrow, which is where we start speaking up. And that is the place where most of us stop. And so I can't wait to talk to you about that tomorrow and strategies on how to support you in speaking up to go for it and grab those opportunities. Rule number 5, no excuses. Absolutely not. Does your intention outweigh your feeling of intimidation? And we talked yesterday about having a purpose behind the money that you want to earn. What is that purpose? Usually we have things that we want to do with that money. So does your intention outweigh your feeling of intimidation in going for it? And your belief creates your reality. Your belief and those thoughts, we allow those things to become our reality. So believe that you can do it. Now, we aren't on this planet alone. There are a lot of other people in our lives. And so you may be surrounded with people, or there may be people in your life that are naysayers. And so really the rule says ignore them, but I don't think necessarily ignore completely. Number 1, surround yourself with support as well. So even if you can't completely remove the naysayers from your life, at least balance that out with support of people that do believe in you and your vision. And let the naysayers motivate you. That, just because from their perspective they might not see how something's going to happen, or they may make up all kinds of stories that really are a lot more about them than you. And so to a degree, ignore them, but also let that motivate you towards your vision that you want to have. And then finally, rule number 7 for the game, once you're in the game, is never personalize something. So often the adage, consider the source, is really appropriate here, because so much it's never about you. It is almost about the person who is providing you comments. And so keep your perspective on your purpose. This takes practice, because it's hard when people are really giving us feedback or telling us stories. I know for me, my brain just really starts to question things and wonder. And I am fortunate that I surround myself with enough people that I can get back into the mode of really that belief that things are going to happen. So it does take practice. I'm not going to say that it's easy to do this. And sometimes the information we get from others does have some valuable information, but really evaluate it. Really judge whether it is appropriate for you or not. So worksheet for today will be in the comments later. Also today, I want to tell you about a workshop that I'm going to have at 4 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, February 12th. And in your business, if you have experienced a time when you have created goals and created plans for them maybe, and you're accomplishing goals, but you might not be seeing the financial results that you really desire in your business, one of the reasons that can happen is because the goals that we set aren't really created in a way, and may not be actually the ones that we need to pursue to achieve the financial goals that we have. And so what I'm going to do in the workshop is I'm going to show you how to take your goal and create a financial plan for it. Because once you see the financial plan and what you expect to earn as a result of achieving that goal, then you can decide, is that goal appropriate? Do I want to pursue that? So having that financial dimension to your goal is super important, because our time is limited. And so we have to prioritize what it is we're working on. And so why not work on those goals that are going to be the most fruitful for us financially in our business? So I will post the link to register for the workshop in the comments if you haven't seen that already. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So tomorrow is about speaking up. And this is as I said, this is one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing to do, and where most women especially get stopped in their tracks. And I have some really great strategies to share with you tomorrow. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.